Hey guys, hope you're having a great day. If you're new here, my name's Misty and I go to different local restaurants on the island of Oahu here in Hawaii and try them out and show it to you just to see if you're interested in trying it. If you ever looked it up and you were interested but you've never been there, and I know sometimes I'm curious about a place and sometimes you're scared to try it. So that's the purpose of my videos, to show it to you, and maybe if it appeals to you, you might go there and try it. So today's restaurant is Diamond's Kitchen. It's a new food truck in the Tropicana Square in Waipahu. If you don't know the name of it and you're not familiar but you know what it is, it's the one with Arby's and Jack in the Box and Elena's in that shopping strip. Nowadays it's really hard to find parking there because there's two trucks there. The other truck I believe is Samoan food and it looks great as well, so maybe one day I'll go over there and try it too. But because those trucks are taking up some spots, and they also made a different little way for the Arby's drive-in and they took a couple spots, it's very hard to find parking there. It was pretty wild getting around there, so I suggest you park on the street. It's right across the street. Sometimes it's full right in front of Jack in the Box, but if you go a little bit more down, it's a short walk and there's lots of parking on the side of the road. So today I went to the doctor for my biannual checkup, because once you get old you got to go to the doctor often and check your blood work. That's what happens when you get old. So when you become old, young people, that's what you have to look forward to in life. But thankfully everything's good. Good high blood pressure, good cholesterol, and very high good cholesterol, because there's good and bad cholesterol, which is a good thing. And low blood sugar, which is a surprise because sometimes I'm pre-diabetic. So it goes to show, if you have one plate lunch a week or treat yourself once a week, you can still stay healthy with some exercise and eating healthy for the rest of the week. So anywho, I will go through the food. Let's open this little box here. I like the little cute sticker of their logo, and inside got half a chicken. It's a lot of chicken, and you get some sauce and some corn and 2 scoops of rice. One of it's hidden underneath, and looks awesome. So let's try some chicken. Looks delicious. Really juicy, really moist. I know some people don't like the word moist, but it's tender, it's not dry, it's not too smoky, which is interesting. Got the smoke flavor, but sometimes the smoke flavor can be heavy. It's just right. Down it with some rice. So it comes with the sauce. I tried it without the sauce first just to taste the marinade. It's a good marinade. You can kind of taste a hint of a little kick of spice in there, but it's not spicy. It just has that chili, just a hint of that smell. So let's dip it in the sauce. The sauce kind of smells the same too as the chicken, so maybe they brush the sauce on it while it's roasting. That's some good sauce. And the chicken has a lot of flavor and meat on it. And yeah, you get the half chicken. I see you get a wing, a drumstick. Looks like they chopped the breast in half and the thigh. I'm gonna try that sauce. It actually reminds me of chamorro sauce that I've had with chamorro barbecue, with that little hint of, I don't know if it's citrus or vinegar, but it also has that Hawaiian chili pepper taste. This one though, it has what looks like parsley or something green in there, or herbs. Interesting, but tastes really good. Or it actually reminds me of, you know, the sauce you make at home and you put it in a bottle. You put shoyu, Hawaiian chili pepper, and a little bit of vinegar, and you put it on fried fish, like fried akuli or something. That's what it reminds me of. It tastes really good. So some people would say the side of canned corn, because it smells like canned corn. Yeah, it's canned corn. Is not their thing, but you can't go wrong with corn and chicken. It goes together well, and I rather have canned corn. I think it has a sweeter flavor than frozen corn. So can't go wrong. I like it. Tastes like they put a little bit of butter in there too, so makes it has a good taste. It's not just straight out of the can like some places do. It's pretty good. It's seasoned well. The rice is cooked perfectly. Let's try putting some of this sauce on the rice. I think that would be pretty bomb. All right, cheers. The rice goes really well with the sauce too. That's delicious. This is like half of the breast. I'm not sure if you can see because it looks very bright from the sun, but I'll give you a close-up. It is pretty huge. This is one piece of the breast and you get another piece. So let's try the breast because usually chicken breast is very dry, and let's see if it still holds up to its moisture and tenderness. So I broke a little piece off that big piece. It's chicken breast. Definitely cooked to perfection. You really taste the smokiness in the breast more than the drumstick or the thigh, probably because it's the most meat that's exposed to the coals. Good charcoal flavor, and it really soaked up that smoke, which is nice, and definitely not dry. Very tender pieces of meat. They cook it right to perfection because hands down, great chicken. Every piece of the chicken that I've tasted so far is nice and soft and tender and all flavored throughout. Very good. Now, if you're thinking corn is a very plain, cheap side, like I said, I think it goes well with any chicken, so you can't go wrong. But if you're one of those fancy people that want to try something else, they do have other sides for extra. I believe today they had potato crab salad. So they have that kind of stuff, and I really didn't look at the whole menu, but I'm sure you can find a side, but it is going to cost you extra that you like. Also, they have specials of the day. So today was the Huli Huli chicken. You get that in your plate lunch with some ribs. So I got there at 10:45. They open right at 10 o'clock in the morning. It was already sold out. So definitely come early if you want their specials. Obviously, they're very popular. When I got there, the line was pretty long. It moved fast, but obviously very popular with people already. That place was packed. But I will say, even though the line looks intimidating, they work pretty fast, and I got my food in less than 10 minutes. Probably 5 minutes tops. And they have a waiting area and an eating area where you can sit down and eat or just sit down to wait for your food. So all in all, very organized and very friendly, nice service. You can see them roasting and huliing the chicken right there, and you can smell the wafting smells of the coals and the chicken, and it smells so good. Thank you to the guys for letting me film this. They were very nice and let me get close to the huli. And if you're wondering what huli huli is and you're not local, that is just a Hawaiian word for turning. So just like a rotisserie, you're constantly turning the chicken over the coals. Some people use different woods. They don't really say what woods they use or if it's just plain charcoal, but it definitely has a good charcoal type, barbecue grilling type taste. The smoke really infused into the meat in a pleasant way. So very, very good huli huli chicken. If you know and you follow me, I went to Ray's a couple weeks ago and I couldn't eat there because they took a couple weeks off due to some personal issues, which is fine. So I will get there, I promise, one day and try it, and maybe, I don't know if I want to compare it, because you really can't compare different chickens. Everybody has a different marinade and style. Some are sweeter than others. I prefer a little bit more savory and not too sweet. This one is definitely balanced, I would say. It's not too sweet at all, but it definitely has a great marinade that's savory and not too salty. Just perfect, just right. And if you're looking for a whole chicken, they sell the whole chickens as well, where you can take it back home and eat it for dinner with your family. Another useful tip is when my cousin used to go to Kamehameha, they used to have the ho'olaule, and they would give out they would buy the huli huli chickens. We would freeze them because you buy a whole bunch, and they actually keep pretty long, and you just defrost it and you can just actually microwave it. If you know the timing right, it won't get rubbery and it'll just heat up right away to do a great quick meal. And you just add rice, and so you could do this with their huli huli chicken too and toss it in the freezer, and when you're lazy to cook one day, you just warm it up and it's good to go. So if you're wondering what this plate lunch costs, it is $16 flat with taxes and everything. quite expensive, but remember, you're getting half a chicken, 2 major scoops of rice, pretty massive, and the delicious sauce and corn side. And these chickens are pretty big sized chickens. Those 2 chopped pieces of breast that they chopped in half were pretty big, I think. And if you're a person that eats a lot, this would definitely fill you up. If you're a person that's a small eater, definitely could probably make 2 meals for you, or you can share it with somebody. So all in all, a great deal. Remember, Huli Huli chicken takes a long time and a lot of work to make, so that is probably why it costs a little bit more. But remember, you can eat this, or you can go out to a restaurant like Zippy's and probably pay $15 for a plate lunch there as well, or a zip pack. So you choose your battles and what you want to eat. I think it's a deal, and it's food made with love, so it took a lot of time and effort to make this. If you're wondering about Diamond's Kitchen, they have IG and Facebook. So here's their IG. You can see they have different specials of the day. They have kalbi sometimes, like I mentioned before, the ribs. You can see they're open on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and also Fridays and Saturdays. So pretty much basically off Sunday, Monday, and Thursdays they're not open. So I just wanted to let you know so you don't waste your time going there. They open right at 10 until they sell out. They don't have a closing time, so they must sell out every day. I would just suggest going there before lunchtime if you want to grab a chicken. And this is their Facebook, if you're wondering as well. If you're not into IG and you don't have it, Facebook as well, you can see their updates and everything. And this is their website that they have on their own. And if you read a little bit about their story, it says this is their mother-in-law's recipe, from the marinade to the sauce and the cooking style. It's all from their mother-in-law. So very interesting story. Go read about it and how their business started up. So if you're interested in Diamond's Kitchen, definitely go there in the Tropicana Square off of Farrington Highway in Waipahu. Definitely winners. Awesome Huli Huli chicken, awesome service, very friendly, and quick service too. So if you're looking for a great Huli Huli chicken, which I know a lot of people try to find because most of them are in the North Shore, there is the Popolo Boy in Pearl City, but very hard to find in the town area. Come to Waipahu, it's here and it's delicious. So if you found this informative, press the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you on another food adventure next week. And peace out. Have a great weekend. Take care.